right, here we go. Aries Spears, welcome back to Vlad TV.
You already know what it is. And I know people going to be saying immediately, yo, he was literally just on there 2 weeks ago. Yo, man, when you hot, man, you come back. And you see, yo, last time I had on a navy blue Yankee with the pinstripe sleeves and the navy blue hat. Now I got it in the red and white. And some of the people in the comments was like, oh, yeah, last week he was looking fresh. Yo, he might have came in. He finally coming into some money. We really need to do a segment called Stupid Motherfuckers. Because some of the people in these comments say the dumbest shit. Listen, I've been had bread, but I don't feel the need to always be so fresh and so clean when I step out. Sometimes I just want to put on sweatpants, flip-flops, a t-shirt, and a hat. You know what I mean? You ain't always got to dress like fucking Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, but I'm starting to feel like your money's getting a little better these days.
Listen.
That's how I'm starting to feel.
My money has been in the point where I can afford anything I wanted.
Okay.
Now, whether I'm making more of it, so be it. But anything I ever wanted, I could get it. But I'm not, I don't have to Louis Vuitton belt, Gucci shoes.
I need that.
That ain't never been my style.
I need that.
That ain't never been my style.
That's my style right there.
I like the Mark Zuckerberg it.
Okay.
You know, jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, have you seen his watches?
Well, that's, you know.
His watches are crazy.
Well, that's something's
he wears
gotta
like
give.
$1 million watches.
Yeah, something's got to give.
Something's got to give.
Jay-Z don't wear platinum chains and shit no more.
Oh, but
the
his watches?
His watches,
yeah. Yeah, he probably has
that's that other level of wealth.
Oh, yeah.
When you don't feel the need to show it, and the subtle shit that ain't flashy be the most expensive.
Right. No diamonds, plain Jane, leather strap, worth about $2 million.
I heard this story once about Will Smith went to some studio to do some music, and a couple of the cats that were in there were also like rappers, and they had all this bling and shit on. And long story short, someone alluded to the fact, like, Will, how come you don't be wearing platinum chains? He said, my face is my diamonds. I'm Will Smith, nigga. I ain't gotta have on a platinum chain. This is it. So, yeah, man.
Well, speaking of rappers, the Grammys just passed, and Kendrick Lamar now has more Grammys than any other rapper ever at 27, beating out Jay-Z's 25.
Oh, so Jay-Z had 25?
25.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, records are meant to be broken.
Yeah? I mean, would you say Kendrick?
I'm glad it's him and not Lil Yachty or Lil Uzi verse. So integrity.
Or some UK rapper?
Integrity broke the record.
Okay.
Skills broke the record.
I mean, would you say at this point Kendrick's the greatest rapper of all time?
No.
Why not?
No.
There's a good argument for that.
To whom? You?
To everybody.
Stop it.
The Grammys being one of the measuring sticks.
Stop it. Lyricist. If
Yes.
he's one of the greatest lyricists,
Yes.
no.
He's not a lyricist?
Yes,
Well,
but he's not.
He's a mumble rapper?
He's better than Jadakiss. He's better than Jay-Z. He's better than Nas.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar is better than Nas?
Yes. I think he's more versatile than Nas. The kind of songs that Kendrick does, Nas cannot do.
Nas did a song rapping backwards.
That's cool.
No, don't just say that's cool.
That's cool.
It's hard to rap forwards.
No, you're right. That was a very creative song.
Oh, you goddamn right.
I know what song you're talking about. Yeah, it's a great song.
How many people can do that?
That's one song. Catalog-wise, Kendrick is way more creative. For example, in terms of artistry, artists, I would say Jay-Z is not as good of an artist as Kanye. Kanye could do things Jay-Z cannot.
I know, like be crazy and say wild shit.
Right, but I'm saying music-wise. Singing, melodies,
Kanye's
the type of songs he could do.
Kanye's not a singer.
He doesn't sing on songs?
Stop.
He doesn't sing?
Biz Markie sang on a song.
Kanye sings a little better than Biz Markie.
Whatever. You know what we talk about.
Kanye sings and he raps.
Kanye raps. He fucks around playfully with singing. But he's not a singer. Don't do that.
808s and Heartbreaks.
Don't do that.
He's singing through the whole album.
No, and that's a machine, isn't it?
It's still him singing.
Stop.
Beyonce uses a machine.
Stop.
Every singer uses a machine.
Lauryn Hill was a dynamite singer and rapper.
Correct.
Singing just as potent as a rapping. Knock it off.
I'm not saying he's as good of a singer as Lauryn Hill.
I know, but don't go he sings like he's a legit singer.
Okay, listen.
He's not a legit singer.
I'll put Kendrick Lamar over Jay-Z right now.
You put a lot of niggas over Jay-Z that I think is ridiculous. That, again, and I know I've said this here before, but when Jay-Z says that line, what makes it so potent is because it's true. Like, for instance, Jadakiss once said, why do niggas lie in 85% of their rhymes? Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. He didn't lie. And he's a billionaire businessman.
Right. What happened when Jay-Z went against the biggest rapper of that era? He lost.
Yeah, he lost to Nas.
Exactly.
Okay.
When Kendrick went against the biggest rapper of his era, he won.
Okay, Ali lost to Frazier. That's not a slight. Nas is the shit.
Dope rapper. Kendrick's better.
I'm glad this is subjective because you're out of your mind. You're out of your fucking mind. If you think Kendrick Lamar, bar for bar, is a better rapper than Nas, you're out of your fucking mind.
Nas is a great rapper.
He's one of the best.
Doesn't always pick the best beats.
I know, but he's one of, if Nas ain't in your top 5, you don't know rap.
He's in my top 5.
Okay. So again, Kendrick's better than Jay-Z lyrically?
Yes. At this point, artistry-wise, yeah. Jay-Z is a rapper. He traditionally raps. He's great at it. He's phenomenal at it, but it stops in the rapping. I feel like what Kendrick could do, what a Kanye could do, goes beyond just rapping. Kind of like how a Lauryn Hill could do multiple things and be great at it. Jay-Z just raps. Nas just raps. And that's cool because there's masters at their craft.
Do you think that Kendrick Lamar could sell out a stadium outside of the U.S. by himself?
He's been selling out stadiums outside of the U.S. His world tour is one of the biggest tours of last year.
Where is he performing at?
Germany.
And they're
Brazil.
selling out?
Selling out.
How many seats?
Okay, let's take a look. What are the overseas stadiums Kendrick sold out recently? Let's take a look. Mexico City, 65,000. Argentina, 85,000.
Sold out.
Sold out.
By himself.
Well, him and SZA.
I don't even know who that is.
She's a singer. But it's really Kendrick. She's the, not the opening act, the co-headliner.
Let me go ahead and admit, I might be out of touch here.
You're out of touch a little bit.
A little bit, because
Yes. 85,000 fans. Argentina. They don't even speak English there. Yeah, that's a feat. I don't know if Jay could do that.
Quote Chadwick Boseman from Black Panther. Delete that footage. Okay.
Well, during the Grammys, Trevor Noah made some jokes. And when he was talking about the Song of the Year award, he said, that is a Grammy every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland, which makes sense because Epstein's island is gone. He needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I didn't hear the joke. I mean, you're telling it to me now, so I'm hearing it. But I obviously know that Trump was pissed about it.
Yeah, he's threatening to sue.
Yeah. That is the biggest man baby on the planet, dude. He is the fucking biggest man child. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, they released more of the Epstein files.
Ooh.
There's a lot there. Allegedly, Jay-Z and Pusha T got mentioned in there somewhere.
Listen, I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing like everybody else and playing the fucking high school girl gossip game. I mean, I need more. Because I'm looking online and already we see like almost like bullshit tabloid newspapers at the grocery store. I saw one on Instagram. Jay-Z and Beyonce divorced because of the Epstein shit. Jay-Z flees the country and is going to another country. Stop it. Divorce, him and Beyonce not getting divorced. He's not leaving the country until you show me something that said he did X, Y, and Z. Okay, he was mentioned. What's the context?
Right. He was accused by a third party, and that's really all it was. There was no, like, pictures.
Right.
actual videos. Because, you know, what's his name? The guy in the royal family that was like over like what looked like a dead body? Was it Prince, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know the royal family.
Prince Andrew.
Okay.
Do you see how he was all mixed up and all that? Oh, yeah. They have him like over some like young girl. They say they may have killed her. Like it was, the whole thing is crazy.
Okay, but
The
what's
fact that they're
Jay-Z's part
taking
in that?
pictures. Well, see, Jay and Pusha T were not part of it. They're basically saying that some girl accused them or whatever. That's just part of the whole file. So let's just say that some girl said Aries Spears was there also. It's just an accusation.
Well, why? I don't know why this is such a hard concept for people to understand. And I know I may have said this here. Rich people hang out with rich people.
Right.
Understand? Now, it'd be one thing if these accusations came out and then they found them to be true and you're still associating with them. Now that's a bad look.
Well,
but prior to the accusations or the confirmations, they're rich people. They own islands. They own yachts. Rich people hang out with other rich people that have those same things. There's no crime in that. So until that person is convicted, then, you know, knock it off. People love to run with this shit.
Yeah.
Like they was showing pictures of, Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker with Epstein. Chris Tucker. So does that mean that just because Chris may have been at a party or been on the island prior to the accusations that he was involved with something? Absolutely not.
Well, yeah. There is some interesting stuff in there, though. For
You don't
example,
find out a man is a woman beater till he hits you. So prior to the hit, it's the greatest guy in the world. Then when he knocked two of your teeth loose, you can go, this is a bad guy.
Right. Well, one of the things they found in the files was, I guess, Bill Gates had emailed Epstein and said that he had caught an STD from some of the Russian girls they were messing with.
Pussy is poison.
Pussy is poison.
Russian pussy poison.
And I guess he was trying to get Epstein to give him some like antibiotics
I heard that,
to
yeah.
slip to his wife,
Yeah.
Melinda Gates, so
Yeah,
she wouldn't
yeah.
notice or whatever.
Right.
And I guess she spoke about it recently.
Yeah.
It is not on you to have to respond to the details of that alleged behavior, but I wonder what your dominant emotion is when you read these news articles with these details.
Sad. Just unbelievable sadness. Unbelievable sadness, right? And again, I'm able to take my own sadness and look at those young girls and say, my God, how did that happen to those girls, right? And so for me, it's just sadness for, you know, I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I wanted to leave my marriage. I had to leave I felt I needed to eventually leave the foundation. So it's just sad. That's the truth, right? And it's kind of like, at least for me, I've been able to move on in life. And I hope there's some justice for those now women, right? We see them standing up in front of microphones in D.C. What they went through is just unimaginable, I think.
So she's addressing this.
Listen, I don't know. If your husband is Bill Gates and he's a multi-billionaire, bring on the diseases.
Little itching didn't hurt nobody.
You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much cure everything now.
I mean, shit, look at Magic Johnson.
That nigga been with the HIV and healthy for a minute.
And where does wife go?
Nowhere.
Exactly. Right there on the yacht.
Right there.
You think they're still messing around?
Who? Magic and Cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
There's a reason why not.
Come on, man. So so she gonna stay with him and not give him no cookie?
I don't know, man. You got the hill. Remember that Jay-Z song, Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It? And I remember they had a picture of Magic Johnson with that lyric. With that caption, Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, I think with today's medicine, I saw a couple of commercials where they said they basically you can take some medicine now and it's undetectable or...
Right, and you can't transmit it.
Yeah, and you can't transmit it. So it's, you know, not to say that that's a reason for you to go, fuck the condoms, but I'm just saying.
Okay, so let's just take a look. Let's just say you get with Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
And on your first day, she tells you, I'm HIV positive.
Oh, damn, don't do that.
I'm HIV
I know,
positive.
but you can't tell me, there's some niggas in a dark room with guns. Do you want to go in? I mean,
What? No, hold on. She tells you on the first date that she's HIV positive, but you are the man for her. She wants you to move in with her mansion and fuck her every day while she's HIV positive, but she's on medication, so you good. Would you do it?
I'd have to have a talk with Magic first. Get some pointers.
Get some pointers on it, huh? That's funny. There's been some interesting sporting events, and I actually flew out to Miami to watch the Adam 22 Jason Love fight.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No.
You didn't watch it?
No interest in that.
You didn't actually see it?
That circus? No.
Can I show it to you real quick? It didn't last very long.
How long did it last?
Maybe 30 seconds?
Oh, that sounds like me in bed.
All right, so here's the fight right here. I was actually there. I flew out to Miami to support my man. I was part of his entourage walking him in. And this is what happened at the fight.
How many people were there?
Go tie in the leg. Oh, never let a man. Never let a man your bitch. Oh my God. Never. No way. Wait. No. That ain't going on. Oh my God. No. He practices score punch, not take a punch. Adam, what is doing? It's going down. This is all part of the play. Black set him up. Black set him up. Black, you set him up. You need to get a good training. What the fuck?
And then it was over.
Would you do that?
What do you mean?
Do what Adam did. Jump in the ring and have a fight like that with somebody?
No.
No, why not?
I'm 52.
You don't need that.
Financially, like he told me what he got,
Yeah.
right? I can't say what it is. It's a nice amount.
Really?
It's a nice amount.
6 figures?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And not just, it doesn't stop at the 6 figures. I mean, it's not 7 figures, but it's in the multiples of the 6 figures.
Oh, wow.
I can't say how much it is. It was a private conversation, but someone the size of a Jason Love, I would not go in the ring with.
When you say size, you mean size or size?
Yeah, I'm not doing those types of activities. I'm talking about boxing.
Hey, you the one that been interviewing male escorts, nigga.
Yeah, someone as physically
Imposing.
tall and muscular as that dude, yeah, I wouldn't go in the ring with him. Now, if they want to put me with some little dude or something like that, where I know
Somebody
I can
you
just kind
know
of,
you can fuck up.
I know that I can fuck
No
up.
challenge.
Maybe.
Right.
Like for example, what's it? Aaron Carter. He boxed the basketball player who was with the Kardashians. What's his name? Lamar Odom.
Oh, okay.
Lamar Odom, who was like 7 feet tall, versus
Oh, he's not 7 feet.
6'8".
I don't know if it's actual size, but he ain't 7 feet.
Hold on.
But compared to Aaron Carter,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's 6'10".
Okay, yeah.
Okay, pretty damn
That
tall.
ain't 7 feet.
2 inches away from 7 feet.
That ain't 7 feet.
Okay, 6'10" versus Aaron Carter is probably about 5'3".
10 inches versus 12 might be the
he
reason
had
she
drug
comes or
problems,
not.
so he was like maybe 100 pounds total.
Okay.
Lamar probably, 300 pounds?
I don't know how much he weighs.
I mean, he's tall and, stocky, so... Well, not
He's
really
not really
stocky,
he's
but
lanky.
he's still... Man, he beat the shit out of Aaron Carter.
Well, that's not okay.
Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, okay. That ain't a shock. He's an athlete.
Right. Well, it was a lot of drug problems. And
Well,
so
still an
forth.
athlete. Still got the muscle twitch.
Yeah, if you want to put me in with like a little guy that I know I could brutalize, then yeah, I might do it. But someone that's my size or bigger, no, I would turn it down.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, I felt bad because Adam's my friend and I was right there. And it was like, he didn't really get any punches in. And what he said was that he had been training and, he went to block the first punch. And when he got punched, like his hands went like, crisscross. And he
Mike
realized
Tyson.
he can't block these punches.
Mike Tyson. Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt bad for him. He got a nice payday, though. He got a nice payday.
I just don't know that would sit well with me to know I got whooped by the man that fucked my girl
Twice.
That's a whole.
I mean,
nother
they should have put her as like the trophy. You know, like, look, if you win, you get to sleep with her again.
Yeah, that's again, that's, and I know you'll say no, but that's weird white boy shit. That's just weird white boy shit.
Well, let's talk about weird white boy shit for a second. Because in our last interview, you said that white people kiss dogs in the mouth.
Uh-huh.
Right? And this is a white person thing.
Wait. Let's be clear. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule. Not all white people, but the mass majority. If the scales of balance had to sway one way versus the other, it'd lean more towards most of them do than don't.
Okay. So, thinking of you, I put a poll on my Twitter today. 1,700 people voted so far. So it's
And
not just a couple
what was the
people.
question?
The question was, straight men only. You have a gun to your head. You're forced to kiss a man or a dog in the mouth. Which do you choose? 93% of the people said a dog.
in the mouth.
Yes. Now, you have kissed a man in the mouth.
You know what you should have done? No. You know what you should have done?
So I'm just saying.
Hold up. You know what you should have done is you should have asked that question specifically to black men. Because a white dude will kiss a white dude in the mouth almost as quick as he would a dog.
I don't know about this.
Well, let me tell you what I do know about this.
Okay.
And this was something that I brought up and I had asked my podcast partner. So there's a documentary out right now called Mel Brooks, 99-Year-Old Man. And in the documentary, it's a 1 hour piece, 2 hour doc. Carl Reiner was one of his closest friends. And there's a moment where Carl Reiner wins this prestigious award. And before Mel Brooks presents it to him, he goes off in this comedic rant, you know, being funny, talking about how much he loves his friend. So then finally, when he gives him the award, they embrace, they kiss on the lips, and he tells him how much he loves him. And then there's another moment in the same documentary where Gene Wilder, who Mel Brooks has worked with, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, he's doing an interview and he's talking about what the great qualities of Mel Brooks are. And at one point, Mel Brooks, he's off camera. He comes into the shot, jumps into Gene Wilder's arms, starts kissing him all on his neck, his lips, and all of this other stuff. And then he leaves back off camera. And then Gene Wilder goes, yeah, you know, with Mel Brooks, there's a lot of different experiences. There's these experiences, those experiences. And Mel Brooks yells off, and sexual experiences. And Gene Wilder goes jokingly, and sexual experiences. And I said to my dude, I go, what is it where white men don't have a problem making gay innuendos, gay jokes, kissing each other, whereas black men, we just don't play them games. So that's why I'm saying to you on that poll, white guys kissing their dogs in the mouth, nothing new. White guys playfully on some frat boy shit, kissing each other and doing sexual innuendos, nothing new.
I've never done none of that shit.
Vlad, you all
None of that shit. None of that shit.
Oh my God.
No one I know does any of that shit.
Vlad.
Listen, if I had a choice, if I had a choice to kiss a man in the mouth and a dog in the mouth, I will choose the dog.
I am tired of having this fight with you where you say what you won't do. You won't do it because
did a poll.
You won't do it.
You don't think most of my
You did a poll with white men.
How do I know? Wait, how do you know that? Most of my fans are black men. When I walk around,
Most of your who?
Most of my fans, my viewers.
Right.
When I walk around,
and a lot of your black viewers call you a culture vulture and say don't fuck with you because you're an enemy of the culture.
Okay.
So don't play that game.
On the internet and in person, they want to take photos with me.
Vlad.
In person, they love me.
There was
Seriously.
bitches there's bitches that want to take pictures with OJ.
Okay. That's the equivalent.
I'm saying.
I'm the OJ of hip hop.
No, I'm just saying that, you know, when people see somebody that they know who has been involved in controversy, they want to be able to say they was there. Y'all got a picture with him.
Okay.
If Charles Manson was at a mall and said, I'm doing pictures, there'd be a line around the block.
I'm the Charles Manson of hip hop.
Listen, man, all I'm saying is, Vlad, you are an exception to the rule.
Okay.
You're not the rule.
Okay.
You fuck black women and you listen to black music and you love black culture, so you automatically assume that just because you wouldn't do that, akin to the culture,
Right, no.
then other white people don't do
But
that.
what I'm saying is, on Twitter, I would bet you that most of my followers on Twitter, I have about, 220,000 followers. Most of them are black men. So when I do this poll, it's mostly black men who are voting.
Don't assume that. Don't assume that. If you ask a black man seriously, yo, what would you rather do? Kiss a man or a dog? Here's what a nigga will say, neither.
There is no neither option.
Niggas take the neither option.
Let me tell you something. One of the best responses to this poll was, germs are temporary, gay shit is forever.
Well, if we're being medically technical, scientifically technical,
Yeah.
dogs have more bacteria in their mouths than humans.
Yeah, but actually, and I've looked this up before because I have dogs, it's very hard to transfer diseases from a dog to a human because biologically they're so different. A human will get you sick way faster than a dog. Kissing a human in the mouth, you have a much higher chance of getting sick from the human than the dog.
I'll tell you this. Dogs lick each other's anuses and balls.
Right.
I'm not buying that.
So you'd rather kiss a man?
I'm not saying
No,
that
you
either.
have to kiss one.
No,
Dog or man? Which one is it?
I'll kiss a cat, because that's pussy.
I mean, we've seen you on video with a man.
That was a joke. In context to a joke.
Have you ever
In
kissed
context to a
Have you
joke.
ever kissed a dog in the mouth?
No.
Okay, so you've only done one of them. I got it.
I said, what? You said what?
You've only done one of them.
I don't even like the word done. That's too rough. Fuck out of here, man. And I need you to show me where it says that it's harder to transfer germs from a dog than it is a human.
Let's chat GPT it. Is it harder for...
You can't convince me that if you lick a spot where shit come out, that's hard to transfer?
It's generally harder for diseases to transfer from dogs to humans than from humans to humans. Because most pathogens are adapted to one species. Dog viruses and bacteria usually don't fit human biology well. There you have it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Well, I want to play a little game here. It's called This or That, where I'm going to name you stand-up comedians that have been interviewed on Vlad TV.
Mm-hmm.
And you pick one or the other based on their stand-up comedy skills.
That's who's better?
Yes.
Oh.
And whichever one you pick, that one will stay and we go on to the next one.
Oh,
See what I'm saying?
I know I've seen this before.
Okay, so let's start. This is stand-up comedy only. This is not their other skill sets or whatever else. T.I. or Charleston White?
Oh, the worst of the worst. Okay. Oof. Charleston White.
Charleston White or Will Mills?
Oh, Will Mills.
Will Mills or Country Wayne?
Will Mills.
Will Mills or Ryan Davis?
Ooh. One is a tactician and the other one is an apex predator. Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Effion Crockett?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Pierre?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Capone?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Tony Rock?
Ooh, boy. Damn. Ryan Davis, but I'm sorry, Tony.
Ryan Davis or Michael Collier?
Oh, Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or George Wallace?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Charlie Murphy?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Arsenio Hall?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Bill Bellamy?
Oh, Bill's my man, yo. Jersey. Oh, God. Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Ricky Smiley?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Sinbad?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Joe Torre?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Guy Torre?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Miss Pat?
Ryan Davis.
Wow, okay. Ryan Davis is carried
Yo,
it.
let me tell you something. That boy is one of the most underrated, smart thinking tacticians in comedy.
Okay.
So yeah,
Ryan Davis or Donnell Rawlings?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Carlos Mencia?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or D. Ray Davis? D. Ray's a bad motherfucker.
D. Ray's a bad motherfucker, but D. Ray is so, to me, hood-driven. Like, he's the hood's comic. He's that nigga on the street corner. Ryan, I like the intellectual shit.
Listen, pick who you want.
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Gary Owen?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Bert Kreischer?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or DC Young Fly?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Russell Peters?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Mark Curry?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Michael Blackson?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Joe Coy?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Lunel?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Tiffany Haddish?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Faison Love?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Lavelle Crawford?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Elise Deek?
Ryan Davis.
Ooh, okay. Ryan Davis or Andrew Schultz?
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Earthquake?
Damn. Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis or Eddie Griffin?
There's only two comics you're gonna name that I'm gonna put above Ryan Davis. If you get to him,
Let's just
Ryan Davis.
Okay. Ryan Davis or Deion Cole?
Deion's a beast. God, Deion is a beast. Deion Cole.
Deion Cole or TK Kirkland?
Deion Cole.
Deion Cole or Kevin Hart?
Deion Cole.
Deion Cole or Cedric the Entertainer?
Deion Cole.
Deion Cole or Cat Williams?
Deion Cole.
Deion Cole or D.L. Hughley?
Deion Cole.
Deion Cole or Tommy Davidson?
Tommy Davidson.
So out of that whole list, you put Tommy Davidson as your number one comedian.
No.
Out of that whole list?
Out of that whole list, but
Yes.
you left off two juggernauts.
Well, I didn't interview them.
Oh, you talk. Oh, okay, so people you
These
only
are only people I've interviewed.
Okay,
right,
okay.
so Chappelle is not on the list.
Right. Okay. All right.
Chris Rock is not on the list.
Well, Chris Rock wouldn't have been mine anyway.
Eddie Murphy's
I would
not
have
on the
picked
list.
Tony Rock over Chris Rock.
You would put Tony Rock
I
over
think
Chris
Tony's
Rock?
funnier than Chris Rock.
I disagree.
I think Tony's funnier
I
than Chris
disagree.
Rock.
Just because I've seen Tony Rock, and I'm cool with Tony Rock. He's been on the show, everything else like that. Like, Chris has, like, anthems.
Let me tell you something. I've said this a million times. And this is where sometimes, he's a hater. No. I understand Chris Rock's brilliance. I love black people. I hate niggas. Mike Wallace ain't never done nothing to me. I get it. But he doesn't make me laugh. Tony makes me fucking laugh.
Okay.
That's not to say that Chris is any less of a comedian. That's not to say he isn't brilliant. That's not to say he isn't one of the greatest, because he's all of that. But for my personal cup of tea, he does not make me laugh like that.
Okay.
Tony does.
Hey, man, we're both right. That's the greatest
Listen,
part about
I know this is going to be blasphemous, and all the legions of Cat Williams fans are going to crucify me. Cat don't do it for me at all. But he's a funny motherfucker. He's a funny man. You can't deny that he's a juggernaut. But he's not for me.
Well, this is something that's been actually in the media. Fabolous or Lloyd Banks?
Oh, Fabolous.
Yeah, I agree.
Fabolous. One of the greatest lyricists, underrated,
I agree.
underappreciated. Fabolous.
Totally
is a
agree.
beast. Yeah.
Like, he's never whack. He always, look, like, a rapper, a lyricist is supposed to say something. I remember KRS-One said this.
Yeah.
They're supposed to say something where you say, I wouldn't have thought to say that. Wow.
Yeah.
He said something I would have never thought to put together those words and make
Right.
it sound a certain type of way. Fabolous consistently does that.
And listen, KRS-One is such a teacher. Like if rap had a professor, he'd be one of the top professors. But I never lyrically was drawn to him that way. Like back in that day of him and Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, like Rakim was the man. Big Daddy Kane was the dude. KRS-One, as far as respectability, the dude. But for me, lyrically and like, you know, I need to hear, I never went, yo, I gotta get that BDP. You know what I mean? I gotta hear that KRS-One. But he's such a scholar and an intellectual professor that, you know, when he raps, school is in session.
Well, yeah, and he has anthems. The Bridge is Over.
Yeah.
That's an anthem.
Yeah.
I remember 50 Cent was talking about how they played that song in Queens, even though he was dissing Queens in the song. It was that hot.
Listen, I don't get this era we live in now where you can do two things at once. You can critique something and have it not be for you, while at the same time recognizing the brilliance of it without being called a hater. Oh, you just hating. No, I'm not hating. I'm telling you specifically, I get it. I get the genius. I see it. But for my musical taste, it doesn't do it for me like that.
I get it. Listen.
I'm glad you do.
KRS. I mean, it's all art, though. It's all subjective.
Yeah.
It's all subjective. Me saying I don't like Nas's beats, someone might say that's stupid. Every beat he ever picks is the most incredible beat I've ever heard.
I don't know that it's the most incredible, but when you got DJ Premier as your main tailor for your suits, it's a pretty good fit.
Although that new album with Premier.
Again, the new album, I agree with you. I agree with you.
You finally heard it?
We discussed this last time.
Last time you said you kind of skimmed through it. Did you listen to it more?
Yeah, it didn't grab me.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah,
but listen, listen. How great, no matter how great you are, again, Ali didn't win every fight. Jordan didn't win every game, but the 6 rings and the 6 MVPs and the far outweigh the negative. You know what I mean? So what?
Yeah, I mean, Mayweather won every fight.
But he also ran from a lot of niggas or fought niggas past their prime. Mm-hmm. Floyd Mayweather fights Sugar Shane Mosley in his prime. I think that's a different outcome. I forget the name of the dude he fought. Medina, whatever.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of goes, he really won that fight. They gave it to Floyd, but he really won that fight.
I mean, listen, he fought Zab Judah. Judah technically gave him a knockdown, but they didn't rule it as that,
right?
And so forth. Yeah, and you know, listen, I remember, I think when I interviewed Zab Judah, when I said who hit him the worst, he said Medina. He said that dude hits hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Floyd were to fight Terrence Crawford, I don't know that Floyd still remains undefeated.
I mean, in their primes, yeah, maybe.
Now.
Well, Floyd is older now.
I know, but you know.
Now you can't put a 30-something-year-old Terrence Crawford against a damn near 50-year-old Floyd Mayweather. No. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I fought more watch. I can't do a Floyd Mayweather. I think if Floyd would have fought Pacquiao in his prime, that's a different outcome.
Yeah, I mean, he fought him a little bit late.
I was at that fight.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
I was at that fight, yeah.
So, did Pacquiao hold his own?
Well, you know, it's going to sound like an excuse, but, you know, they did say that his rotator cuff was fucked up for that fight. But, you know, when I fought Floyd, I fought him, my rotator I was off. I just want to say hello to all my fans in the Philippines, to all my fans, to the
all
fight.
My fans.
We fought the fight, and he good fighter, he fought a good fighter.
Yo, a Filipino accent. I've never heard this before.
All of my fans in the Philippines, to all of my fans.
Well, speaking of boxing, did you see Jarrell Miller get his hairpiece knocked off?
His head, Sergio!
Wow, that is going to make the rounds on social media. That's like a cartoon. Oh my goodness.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Like, dude, just go bald, nigga. What was that? That's literally getting your wig pushed back.
Right. And then he took it off and threw it in the crowd afterwards.
Okay, well, at least he acknowledged it. It's like a basketball player taking his jersey off and throwing it to a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody got his wig.
Did you see the video? It was Tracy Morgan outside.
Yeah.
And like, I guess an old friend who's now homeless asked him for some money.
Don't talk to me like I owe you something. I didn't say that. Hey, boy, can I get something, please? No. When we was younger.
Yeah, but
I think I forgot.
I'm homeless, boy.
So what that got to do with me? I ain't do that.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't owe you nothing. I take care of my
He
kids.
said, yo, I'm homeless now. What I got to do with that? I ain't do that. I swear to God, Tracy Morgan sounds like a New York City drag queen. What you mean? I ain't do that. Like he's supposed to say sugar from time to time. What you mean, sugar? I don't do a great Tracy Morgan. Dean Edwards does a hilarious Tracy. But yeah, he just comes off, he got that, his little sass to Tracy. And he's probably the most alpha male, heterosexual.
Oh, have you seen him since his divorce? He got like a new bad chick every time you see him.
Yeah.
BBLs, the whole nine.
I like pussy. I don't like dude. I like pussy, sugar.
Sugar. I mean, but how do you feel about that? Like that statement right then and there.
About the homeless dude?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Listen, if you've been blessed to be Tracy Morgan and got all this bread, really, nigga, lose the grudge, man. Give him some real money. Like, do something. I would have gave him some money, man. You know, like what you mad about?
Oh man, have you ever run into an old friend who's homeless now? I had that happen to me like a year ago.
No, and I would feel bad.
It was crazy.
I would feel bad if I didn't give him anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it wasn't really like a friend. It was like an associate, like my man African Rob. He's watching this. He'll know what I'm talking about. Like one of his it's like his cousin, I think.
Yeah.
He used to just be around us when we used to hang out.
Yeah.
And I was walking down Hollywood, like Hollywood Boulevard, and he's like, "Yo, Vlad," and I'm like, "Oh shit, like I know you,
Yeah.
and you're homeless now."
Yeah.
And it was just wild. I just didn't know anyone.
Would you feel a certain way if at one point he did you dirty versus just being homeless?
He was just homeless. He never did anything to me.
Yeah, so come on, man.
So in that situation, that dude did Tracy dirty. Is that what it is?
I think so, a little bit. I don't.
Huh.
I think that's kind of what it was too. But even still, unless he, fucked up your mama or fucked your woman or did something to your kids, dude, you Tracy Morgan, man. You rich beyond belief. Come on, dog.
I mean, listen, I've always, these days, I have friends that I haven't talked to in forever will just pop out and ask me for some money, and usually I'll say yes. Usually I'll
Friends
say
that don't need the money, or they just asking?
no, it'll be like a friend of mine that I've known since elementary school. He's missing a front tooth.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Me and him are the same age.
Yeah.
And it's like, I remember he showed up to my house and took his tooth out. And I'm like, God damn.
Oh.
And he was like, yeah, man, I'm wondering if you could borrow, like I can save up the money, but I won't be able to get it until the end of the year. And I'm like, here, just take it.
Right.
Pay me back whatever or don't. I
Yeah.
don't care. It's like, you're missing a front tooth.
Yeah.
It's $1,000 or I think it was like $1,500.
I have to remind myself to be a little bit more generous sometimes. Because, like, sometimes even when I, fly on the road and my limo driver or whatever drops me off, I be sometimes, listen, I'm not proud to admit this, but I don't always tip them. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'm just not either conscious of it or I'm so used to using credit cards that, I don't do it. And then I think about it and go, dog, would it hurt to give him $20?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that'll come back to you. Like, You know what I mean? Like, it's $20 out of what he makes. Why not?
Yeah.
So.
That's always the thing, like, if I'm in a restaurant and, like, the waiter or the staff recognize me, then I'm like, all right, I guess a big tip is coming at this point. Now,
They had to recognize you, though?
Huh?
They had to recognize you?
No. It's not that they have to recognize me and give them a tip. It's just like, okay, at the point they recognize me, now I feel obliged to give them, like, a really nice tip.
Yeah.
Or else, Vlad, was a cheapskate.
Well, listen,
I served him, he only gave me 10% or something. So now I got to give him like 25, 30% because they recognize me. And they were nice, Like, they're usually like, oh, man, I love your shit, whatever else. And it's like, all right.
Well,
Here's a bigger
there
tip.
was a nickname for Scottie Pippen. I don't know if you ever heard it. No tipping Pippen.
No tipping Pippen?
Because they said he was a cheap tipper. But then I saw a recent story on social media. I don't know if it's true, but I've seen this story that said that Wayne Gretzky was hanging out with Michael Jordan in Vegas. And at one point, Mike slips the cocktail waitress a $5 chip. So they said that Wayne took the chip back and then took a $100 chip from Michael's pile, gave it to her, and he tells Michael, "That's how we tip in Vegas, Mike."
Well, Minnesota is a mess still. And the homie Don Lemon got arrested.
Yeah.
I was talking to him we were texting the day before. It didn't look like it was a big deal because originally they wouldn't file charges against him.
Right.
And then they ended up arresting him.
Right.
And 4 other journalists also. What's your take on that?
Listen, I don't dive too much into the political arena in terms of, social activism, but Major Margie Taylor Green or something, was on Real Time with Bill Maher, this most recent episode, and they talked about that, and I forget what it's called, but it's called the Something Face Act, where you're not allowed to go into places of worship and disrupt for any reason. And she went on to say that's not, I'm paraphrasing and fucking it up because I can't remember the entire context, but she said something about that's not activism, it's something, whatever the word was she used. And under the FACE Act, that's why Don Lemon got arrested and should have. Because, as a journalist, yes, it's your obligation to do certain things, but there's a place and a time, and to go into a place of worship and disrupt them for the reasons that he was doing it was a big no-no.
Well, he claims he was just covering the incident. And as the media, you could cover an incident and
but
not
to
be
go
charged.
into a church while they're worshiping and disrupt the service, to do that, was apparently there's something against that.
Yeah, you're right. A federal jury in Minnesota indicted the 4 on charges related to interruption of a religious service at the church where a U.S. Immigration and Customs enforcement official served as a pastor.
Yeah.
They claimed it was part of a coordinated attack. Look, ICE is going crazy right now. There was a few people that got killed, Renee Good and Alex Preddy, both in Minnesota. Both situations, people were unarmed.
Yeah.
What do you think about, for example, Renee Good? She was driving and then she drove off. I think she may have driven over, one of the ICE agents' foot, and then he opened fired and killed her.
Oh, God, this was such a hot button issue that we discussed on the podcast. First and foremost, she shouldn't be dead. Okay? Now, I think I, like everybody else, initially in the beginning, went, oh my God, cold-blooded murder. But then when you look at it from certain angles and the fact that when she, reversed and then went forward, you do kind of see the cop get clipped by the car because his legs kick out. So at that point, if you're weaponizing your vehicle and he really feels his life was threatened, I guess. But then the hard sell is that after he does it, as he's walking away from the scene and you hear him say, "Fucking bitch." So I don't know, man. It's a tough call.
Look, I looked at it a couple of times. It looked like she was being given different directions by different people. I think one of the people was saying to pull over. The other person was saying to go forward. So she was a little bit confused as to where to go. I feel like with these ICE agents, these aren't very trained people.
No.
They're offering him big bonuses to join or whatever else. You got a bunch of bozos who just want the money.
You'd be hard pressed to believe that there aren't some of these guys who aren't out there just because it makes their dick hard to slam people on the ground and fuck them up.
Exactly. And get a check for it.
Right. Give me a reason to use this pepper spray.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been wanting to shoot a gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're right.
And listen, we all have the right, this is the beauty of America, to protest.
Yeah.
But one of the arguments has been that they feel there are certain people in the name of activism that are purposely going out to do what they can to disrupt ICE from doing their job. And if their job is to round up criminals and people who are here illegally, you are not supposed to get in the way of that.
Yeah.
You are not supposed to physically interfere with what they're doing. So in the terms of Renee Good, when the cop had said to her, hey, you can't just block the roadway like this, back out and leave. And, her girlfriend was being, or her wife was being mouthy. And all I'm trying to say is like, listen, if you know that there's a volatile situation,
Yeah.
why put yourself in the mix when you know that the outcome could lead to the worst tragic thing possible? Why even put yourself in the mix?
Well, I mean, can't you say the same thing about the civil rights protests, Martin Luther King, everything else like that? All those people put their neck out knowing it was a hostile, volatile situation. People lost their lives. People got beat up. People got arrested.
This,
but look,
to me,
ultimately, there was a good ending to it. Well, not Martin Luther King getting killed, of course, but I'm saying civil rights were changed.
There's a big difference, though. Under the Constitution, we're supposed to be given God-given rights to live a life.
You're right. It's not exactly the same thing. No, you're right.
If we're talking about ICE supposedly rounding up illegals,
yes,
people who have broken the law, people who are dangerous, you can't compare that.
Or just being illegal in general. I mean, I guess the part that kind of confuses me a little bit, right, is that this could have been a gradual process. For example, like they could have said, listen, we're not going to have tolerance over illegals in America anymore. So first, we're going to send out paperwork to everybody. We're going to start using a soft approach, start getting rid of people and so forth, getting them to go back. And then gradually you get more and more ICE agents. But it kind of went from zero to like ICE agents everywhere.
Listen, I hate when people try to use that argument. Well, Obama was the deporter in chief. He deported more illegals. He didn't do it the same way.
He didn't do it this way.
He did not do it the same way. He went through due process, and it was not nearly the same thing. Because I was going, well, wait a minute. If Obama, and I know MAGA supporters especially, right-wingers, Republicans, they love to bring up Obama to take away the fact that Lord Vader is out of control. But I'm going, I didn't see ICE agents like this in the streets with Obama. Shit running rampant, mass protests, people getting killed, regular American civilians. You didn't see this. What was the reason for that? Because he did it the right way. And let me go back to something I said a second ago. When I go, and when you tried to compare this to the civil rights thing, which I think is a bad comparison, but for me, this is a better comparison. Emmett Till. Now, if I'm Emmett Till's family, and we're in Chicago, which is far, not that Chicago or the North or, the East Coast or whatever was racist free, because it was bad too. But it wasn't the South. It wasn't the Deep South where they say, hey man, never look a white man in the eye. If a white man is coming in your direction on the same street, cross the street, don't fuck with white women. I don't care if I have family in Mississippi. If it's 1950 and we know the Deep South is dangerous for black people, I'm not sending Emmett Till to go see his family. They can come up here. So why would I? And I know some people might argue against that, but I'm just going, if you know that a situation is that dangerous, why would you send your 14-year-old child down there?
I mean, maybe financially you need to do that because you need to work because you can't afford childcare and so forth, and it makes sense to send him down there, and there has been problems in the past.
In 1950, nothing makes sense enough to do that.
I feel you.
And like I said, if y'all want to see Emmett, bring your asses up here. But I'm not sending my kid down there by himself. No. So that's all I'm saying with the Renee Good thing. Again, I know that in America, you have the right to protest. But I'm just, man, come on now.
Well, Nicholas Irving, he's a regular on my show.
Yeah.
He's the Grim Reaper, the former Army sniper, right? So he looks at things a little bit differently. He looks at things more militarily, right? And what he said was interesting. He said that when you look at a lot of these situations, like these right-wing conservatives, ICE agents, whatever else, they look at the liberal whites worse than they look at like black people, essentially.
She was a white liberal woman, like that's how you would classify her? You had a whole I ain't gonna say, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The whole little, yeah, the white liberal shit. And I'm like, then you got the others of that demographic who are not like that, very conservative. I don't even think that they like the liberals like that, their own demographic. I don't know, that's what I see. I think that your white conservatives don't fuck with the white liberals. So it's like two different people, I guess, in the same category.
They really hate these liberal white people. And when you saw that situation, I don't think they were looking at her as just, oh, it's a white lady. No, this is like a left-wing, loud, liberal, gay. Like everything that gets on their nerves is right there in front of them. And I think, you know, the fact that he said, yeah, fucking bitch, it's like, it's personal. I just don't like you type of people in general.
But the fucking bitch is what makes it so, because it's like, dude, there's emotions behind that where if you go, he just murdered her in cold blood. Well, if he didn't say fucking bitch and say it with the energy he said it with, then you could kind of make the argument, yeah, she felt in fear of his life and she was trying to weaponize the vehicle, but you shoot not once, but I think three times. And then you follow that up with fucking bitch. It seems like you were hungry for that. You were itching, like, give me a reason.
Oh yeah, I mean the whole situation with Sean Grayson, the former Illinois cop who killed Sonia Massey. You know that whole situation?
Sonia Massey.
That was that woman who called because there was like a burglar or something. And the black woman. They showed up at her house and she was like in the kitchen, whatever. She was like cooking whatever, and she thought, you know, they thought she was crazy. They killed her right there. He got 20 years. The cop who did it. Some people say it's not enough.
Probably isn't.
Yeah.
He should do time for our ancestors too.
Yeah?
Yeah. And you know, and it's funny because when you get into these racial conversations with people, some white people act like justice has been dealt out. This is recent. Derek Chauvin, convicted.
Yeah.
This guy, convicted. This is recent.
Well, yeah. I mean, Alex Preddy, you know, that's the male nurse who got killed.
Yeah.
They're saying this is now a homicide. This is now a homicide investigation.
Okay.
They're ruling it as a homicide. You know, and look, there's a video of him like attacking like a truck with ICE agents. He's like kicking them and whatever. So this is a dude that was aggressively out there doing shit. Does he deserve to get killed? No. But when you see some of these other videos, that may have been one of the cops that was already, you know, seen him kind of wilding out. Man, listen, protest, but don't start getting aggressive and don't start like trying to fight people, throwing bottles, whatever else, because this is how things start to go really bad.
Like imagine if during the civil rights era, Martin Luther King had the philosophy of Malcolm X, which Malcolm X didn't incite, was in no way was trying to say, go out and be violent. He just said, protect yourself. Mm-hmm. But Martin's whole thing was no matter what they do to us, nonviolence.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if black people had violently responded or, you know, did what people do, what you see with ICE? It would be 10 times worse for us. It's like that movie Selma. And at one point, that famous moment, they called it Bloody Sunday, on the Pietus Bridge, when the black people got fucked up and then a lot of them went back to base camp. And some of the brothers that was mad was like, yeah, I'm going to go get my gun. And one of the other brothers had to tell him, you can't do that. Because if you shoot one of them, they're going to shoot 1,000 of us. If you bring a gun, they bring in tanks. So just the math ain't mathing in terms of that. So yeah, I agree. Protests, that's your right. But throwing bottles and, you know, damn near attacking the ICE agents, I just don't see how that's beneficial.
I agree. And at the end of the day, whether you agree with it or not, it is the law right now. These ICE agents are legally following the instructions of the government, whether you agree with it or not. Look, I'm an immigrant. I get it. But I came over here legally. And if I came over here illegally and after whatever, 40, 45 years, I get deported, I can't really be mad at anybody. I got away with it for a long time, but at this point, the jig is up, right?
Yeah.
You got to go back to where you came from. Oh, but he's been there for a long time. He raised a family. He's got kids and grandkids, but he was here illegally the whole time.
Let me ask you, speaking of the Grammys, what your opinion on this is? Because Billie Eilish,
Yeah.
the singer, is that her name?
Yeah.
She said as she got an award, no one is illegal on stolen land. And of course, a lot of people in the Grammys applauded, stood up. But a lot of people, and if I'm being specific, white people were pissed at that. You know, that's nonsense. What's your thought on that? Was she right?
Meaning the Native Americans, it's really their land?
Yeah.
I understand her point.
But there's a but?
I understand her point, but at the end of the day, to the victor goes the spoils, and this is just the way society has been working. Someone has been, damn near every piece of land out there, there was someone else there before. And someone took it over, usually by force, and that's just how it is.
That's a very white answer.
Well, it wasn't happening. That wasn't happening in Africa? In Africa, that's not happening?
Here's what kills me about white folks.
In Asia, that doesn't happen?
Yeah,
That
I don't know,
happens
but here's what
everywhere.
kills me about white people.
The Chinese Empire,
Here's what kills
the
me about
Russian
white people.
Empire, the German Empire, they all took over land.
You can give me 1,000 examples. I'm telling you, here's what's funny to me about white people. And this is why I constantly am called a racist and I don't like white people. There was a great quote I read in my comment section on one of the most recent posts on my Instagram about a white woman who broke some of this down. And somebody said, black people need to stop playing the race card. And then someone in the comment wrote, listen, if y'all want black people to stop playing the race card, tell white people to stop dealing it to us. And why you crunch your eyebrows like you don't understand what that means?
I don't understand. Can you explain it to me? Like, I don't get it. Explain it to me.
Black people, y'all always scream race, 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 victim, victim, victim. Well, if we're tired of talking about it, or if you're tired of hearing it, then we're tired of going through it.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Take some accountability for what the fuck y'all do. Because it's simple math. We wouldn't be here if y'all didn't do the things you do to cause us to be here.
I have never been against equal opportunity. I've never been against reparations. I was on, at first I got a little wrong, but then I corrected myself later on.
You, Vlad. You. There's a lot of white folks that are against reparations. Okay. There are a lot of white folks that are for equality.
Yep, I'm for it. Listen, I went to Berkeley when I remember Jesse Jackson actually spoke at Sproul Plaza right in front of me about, allowing more black students in and so forth. Like, I was always for that. I was always into diversity, the whole thing. I get it. There's a very racist history in America, and by evening things out, I think it's ultimately a positive in terms of society as a whole. That's me. The whole stolen land thing, I understand what she's saying. I don't necessarily agree with it. At the end of the day, the Native Americans, what happened to them was very unfortunate, but technologically, that's what happens in every society.
Do you know who Jane Elliott is? Jane Elliott?
Yeah. I know exactly who that is.
And I feel like I say this 1,000 times. I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but I want to be abundantly clear here. I have zero issues with white people. I like white people. You're white. I like you.
I like you too.
What I have a problem with is how quickly white people are very dismissive, arrogant, and lack empathy. Because every time black people discuss race or what we've been through, white people don't want to hear it. They are quick to dismiss, deflect, bring up numbers and statistics. And it's like, this is why this race thing in America, it ain't going nowhere. Because in order for it to be solved, white people have to be willing to listen and stop defending themselves and stop feeling threatened when truth is brought up. And this is why black people love a Jane Elliott, because she's one of the white people who will say to white people, knock it the fuck off and listen. White people don't want to listen to black people. They don't want to hear it. And again, if you think I'm bullshitting, YouTube Farrakhan on Donahue. That is some of the greatest television when it comes to race. White people don't want to hear it. And there's this one moment where this old white lady says to Farrakhan, I think what scares us is we hear violence. And Farrakhan goes, isn't it funny how you feel and hear violence when black people have been the victims of violence for so long? What you are afraid of is that if we come into power, we will do to you what your ancestors and forefathers did to us. And that is not the mind of black people. He didn't even get all that out. They cut to the old white woman doing this. He was halfway through what he was saying, and she dismissed it like this. And it's like, no, you old bitch, don't do this. Listen.
Well, you know, Elon Musk, when he goes on Twitter, he's constantly accusing like reverse racism in South Africa. You know, now that black people are in power, there was like this one video he posted where there was this huge like stadium and the guy, you know, this one like black South African, he was chanting,
To kill the mother, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer.
Translated, it was like kill the landowners, basically. Yeah. Now, it doesn't mean to literally kill the landowners. It was like just like a, you know, it was a struggle kind of song during that time.
Right.
But, you know, some landowners were getting killed during that time and so forth. And it was like, oh, look, you know, take this in reverse, where you had a white guy with a whole stadium talking about kill the white people and it would be whatever. But, you know, you have seen it, you know, in South Africa when black people came back into power. I think there was a little bit of get back.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of James Brown payback.
The big payback.
Revenge. Got to see.
I'm mad.
Don't lean in that dang. Listen, I want to go back to something when I brought up the Billie Eilish thing. Like, even when she said that, you know, no one's illegal on stolen land. And you kind of made that face, and white people will go, whatever. It goes back to the Donahue Farrakhan moment, where this black guy goes, you know, I've heard a lot of people in this audience, there's a lot of white arrogance. I heard some white people say, go back. In other words, go back to Africa. And Farrakhan goes, I want to say to white people, when you say go back, please remember where you came from, because you weren't a native anywhere. You went to the native country and took it from the people. So if somebody told you to go back, where would you go? So that's what I mean when I say white arrogance. White people are so quick to dismiss shit that don't feel good to them or that's the truth.
Well, no, it's not that.
What is it?
Here's the thing. So let's just say you take what Billie Eilish is saying.
Is it Eilish?
Eilish. Okay, Eilish. Billie Eilish, my bad. Let's just say you take what Billie Eilish is saying at face value, right? And you say, okay, well, since people from England came to America and took the land from Native Americans, so based on what she's saying, no one really has a claim on this. So we have to treat this, you know, part of a continent as no one really has claims. That's not a real answer. It sounds good. It's a cool soundbite, but that's not really an answer.
White people won't even acknowledge that Christopher Columbus did not discover America. That's still being...
But we're not even talking about that. We're talking about the Native American situation.
I know. Yeah. That is the Native American situation.
No, I understand that.
But what I'm saying...
Christopher Columbus was from Spain.
I know, but
the U.S. was only partially colonized by Spain. Really, England was the one that really took over.
Okay, but he didn't discover shit. Native Americans were already here.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just saying that when you go, well, you know, this person took this and that person did this and not at face value. No, y'all hold on to what's important to y'all. Because if you're going to really tell history the right way, stop saying Christopher Columbus discovered America. And that's still being taught in the school curriculum.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to argue that part. But in this particular situation, at the end of the day, the Native Americans are not going to take over America again.
Well,
right?
Especially not when they've been killed the fuck off.
Exactly. Now, they were given some scraps. They got some casinos and some land and so forth. That doesn't make up for what actually happened. But if you look at the situation, it's not going to go back to the way it was again.
Oh, thank goodness, right?
It's not a thank goodness.
No. For some white people, thank goodness.
Well, for you as well. I mean, because at the end of the day, if Native Americans took all the land back, you'd have to go somewhere else along with the rest of us,
Niggas was
right?
here with Native Americans.
Really?
Look it up. Niggas was here with Native Americans. Look it up.
So Africans being taken to this continent didn't happen?
Look it up.
That's not where the majority...
Look it up. You got the computer.
Okay, so what are you saying? The black people
There were black people here as well.
Were black people in America? Because before slavery? That's what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, people of African descent were present in the Americas, including regions that became the United States before the first documented large-scale arrival of enslaved Africans in Jamestown in 1619. But they were not that many. There were some.
That wasn't a motherfucking statement. Nobody asked how many there were.
There weren't that many.
But niggas was here. Niggas is like roaches. We everywhere.
There were some. Obviously, I mean, these days, black people are like 15% of the U.S. population.
So even if you go,
it was maybe less.
Even if you go, there was some, and that percentage of blacks were damn near minute.
Right.
It was already discovered by niggas and Indians. Niggas do everything first. I don't understand why people don't understand that. We do everything first and better. That's why there's envy. That's why motherfuckers hate us.
Okay. Well, Kanye West, a.k.a. Ye, apologized to the black and Jewish communities. And he blames what he said and done because he got into a car accident and it wasn't properly, analyzed until way later. And that's what's made him say the things that he said.
His attorney told him to say that.
You think?
Come on, man. Was Kanye was perfectly fine when his mother was still present. Now, if that's the thing that triggered the downward spiral or the craziness, who knows? That's up to his therapist to decide. But Kanye wasn't always like this.
This is true, but do you have people that you know or maybe in your family that have actual mental illness and it gets worse over time?
Me.
You?
Yeah, I'm
What do you
going
have?
through it right now. There are many days I feel mentally not well.
Okay. Listen, I definitely have people I've dealt with mental illness. I remember my ex-wife, her mom was schizophrenic. Like actually would talk to her voices, try to kill herself at one point. Like I've been around this type of thing. From my point of view, Kanye has actual mental illness, and I think it's gotten worse over time. Now, did his mom's passing trigger it and make it worse? Probably, because his mom was like really like his number one fan.
Yeah.
You don't see this. Like my parents didn't really believe in what I was doing. I don't know.
Yeah, you're Russian. Yeah,
Yeah, they don't give
you're never going to be anything but what we tell you.
right. But his
Dreams are
mom-
for the dead.
Listen, I've watched enough videos to be like his mom like saved everything. Like
Yeah.
like his like parts of his teeth after the accident, she would literally save them like in
Yeah.
a bag and stuff like that. And yeah, his dad wasn't really around, and that was like his number one fan. In fact, well, it was interesting because I remember I went through his whole story recently. His big break came from meeting this producer in Chicago named No ID.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who that is. He did Jay-Z's 444 album. Really like a legendary Chicago dude. His mom actually met No ID first and then went and introduced him to her son and kind of set that in motion. Like not too many moms are really so gung-ho about some little kid who has a dream of making music to the point where they're actually connecting them with people and so forth. And it's not like she's like a music insider. She was a professor. She was like an English professor or something like that. So yeah, you had someone that was completely and totally devoted to Kanye that suddenly went away, but I think that would have happened anywhere. Anyway, like honestly, I think that have you seen him recently?
I mean, no.
you could tell that he's still trying to work out his meds. And he actually said that in his statements. And I'm still trying to work out my medication. Like, have you seen him at the Deion Cole show where he showed up?
No, I didn't see it.
He's a little slow. And I remember there was like a little interview where it was like, oh, what's the biggest scam? And he's like, life. And you could tell he's just sort of like.
I don't know that that's slow. I think that's intricate. That might be a profound answer.
Yeah, man, look. That's what I think is happening with Kanye. Now, this whole thing, I mean, saying that you say racist things after you get hit in the head, I mean, a lot of people could say that, I guess.
Yeah. Especially, ask them niggas in the 60s. Them white motherfuckers.
And I guess, like, really what it is, I think with Kanye is that we've heard this before. He's apologized before and then would make a Hail Hitler song a week later.
Yeah, a Hitler song, that's funny.
Yeah. Or a cousin song about giving his cousin head. So there's a lot that you see, but I think honestly, from my point of view, based on people around him that I know, he's trying to figure it out. I think he's back on his medication again. Have you ever been on antidepressants?
No.
I was going through some health problems in my mid-20s, and at one point the doctor tried antidepressants. I took them for about a week, and I said, screw this. Because it just makes your head cloudy. You're not really there. I took it for about a week, and I said, no, I'm done. I never took it again.
Yeah.
So I could see why someone like him doesn't want to be on these drugs, because you're not really lucid anymore. You're sort of just cloudy-headed.
Yeah.
But the problem is that when you're off of it, you do shit like cancel your world tour on stage one day during a rant.
Yeah.
And actually mean it.
Right.
Remember that? It was with Life of Pablo.
No.
Oh, yeah. Like at one point, he went on this whole tirade. He had a whole world tour. It was already booked. I think like show number 3, he went on this whole rant. He said, yeah, and I'm quitting the tour. And he really quit it. The whole tour, the whole worldwide tour got canceled right then and there on stage. Think about that.
Is Kanye a billionaire?
Depends on the day.
That sounds like billionaire problems, man.
Yeah.
Damn. Not saying I would want to do that, but I'd like the option to know I can. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Kanye, look, like he's a multi-generational talent. And what I've realized with him is that no matter what he does or says, there's going to be an army of people that want to work with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's got a new deal, like a new record deal with this company called Gamma, right? This Apple exec is the head of it. Like he actually has a real label behind him now.
Yeah.
So people are still working with him.
Yeah.
I think corporations are a little, I don't know.
Well, listen, when you generate that kind of revenue, those doors rarely stay closed to you.
Yeah. I mean, what does he get for a show? Like 3-4 million for one show?
Yeah.
Think about that. Think about the crowd that he pulls. Now he can't tour everywhere anymore. So like Europe, can't go to Germany.
Yeah.
In fact, Australia shut off his visa.
Really?
Because of the songs. They basically said they have enough racism already in their country. They don't need to import new versions of it. And think about it, his wife is Australian. So he can't even go to Australia to visit her family. That's how serious it is. Yeah.
Damn.
But he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Do you think it's sincere? Do you think at this point he's just
apology?
done? Well, because he apologized to black people also. And he said, I'm very sorry. Black people have been such an important part of my life, and I've let you guys down, and, I'm really sorry about that. Because remember, though, slavery was a choice and everything.
Put your money where your mouth is. Apologize to me, nigga, but shoot me 50,000.
Now, one of my members had a very interesting question. Daryl Best Wadley. He said, what do you hate more?
Me?
Yes. You ready? You ready for this? These are the 3 choices. What do you hate more? Performing in Cleveland, Ice Cube's acting, or UK rap?
That's a good fucking question.
Great question, right? Great question. Performing in Cleveland, Ice Cube's acting, or UK rap?
I'm gonna eliminate one of them now, and I just have to choose between these 2.
Okay.
I could deal with Ice Cube, because if he's in a movie with other people, and it ain't just him, I could stomach it.
Okay.
So
Performing in Cleveland or UK rap?
God. Oh, God. Performing in Cleveland.
That's what you hate more.
Yeah, because I could go to the UK and enjoy the UK without having to listen to the rap. But Cleveland, oh.
You do know.
If I was to lift my scrotum and you said, what's that underneath your scrotum? I'd go Cleveland.
Now, you do know, like, you travel all around, right?
Yeah.
You might have a layover in Cleveland at some point.
Well, a lot of police in the airport. As long as my layover ain't in the ghetto.
Okay. Where would you feel safer? Cleveland or the UK?
I don't want to jinx it because I'm going to the UK.
You go to the UK soon, exactly.
Yeah.
You have extra security, you said.
Yeah. I probably feel safer in Cleveland, but that'd only be because I would literally perform inside the police station.
Well, you did a Mount Rushmore of TV shows.
Yeah.
And you put Sopranos,
Number 1,
Mayor of Kingstown,
Mayor of Kingstown,
Ozark,
and
Power.
Power.
You also called The Wire overrated.
Yes.
I want to throw popcorn at you right now for saying that, by the way. I just want to throw something at you. The Wire is overrated? The Wire?
You know what? They lost me because season 2, when it was all about the docs, people would go, well, that played an intricate role for the rest of the series because it explained to you how the drugs come in. Okay, but you can't lose me for an entire season and expect me to sit there with you and hold on till season 3. They lost me. And then to be honest with you, once they killed off Stringer Bell, which I believe was Idris's character, and I forget the name, Barksdale was Wood Harris's character.
Right.
The other characters, Marlo and the Snoop chick, they didn't do nothing
Really?
for me. They
I
didn't
thought
do nothing
Snoop
for
was
me.
badass.
Nah.
What about Omar? Omar?
Omar was cool.
Oh,
but the
man,
gay
Omar
angle,
was cool?
But the gay angle,
I thought that's what made it so cool.
Nah.
You got a gay gangster there everyone's scared of?
yeah, but Vito in The Sopranos was gay, and they
Yeah,
fucked
not like
him up.
Omar, though. He wasn't badass like Omar.
The Wire, to me, The Wire doesn't have, a show is fire when it has watch repeatability. And I watched The Sopranos probably, I want to say the whole 6 seasons at least twice a year. I could go back and watch Power. I can go back and watch Mary. The Wire, I don't itch to watch The Wire again. It just didn't do it for me.
Okay,
The
so...
Wire was the Cleveland of the shows.
Okay. Okay. All right, so... I liked Ozark, but I also kind of got lost after a while.
Oh,
The first season was great, but
it
second
got
season...
better every season.
I disagree.
Oh, great.
That first episode, where they were putting the dudes in the barrels, I said, oh my God. And then the guys were like, remember
But did
that
you
one
see the
dude
whole
dropped
thing?
off the building? Yeah, I saw the whole thing. I
And-
saw the whole thing. I just it started to lose me after a while.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And let me tell you something, man. I'm such a fan of Justin Bateman
Yeah, he's great.
because he is just as potent dramatically as he is comedically.
Yeah, I agree.
Him and Vince Vaughn,
Yeah,
all day.
Yeah.
All day.
yeah, both great.
Yeah.
I never really watched Mayor of Kingstown. Is that good?
Jeremy Renner is a badass on that show.
Okay.
The drugs, the prisons, the white supremacists.
I gotta watch it.
Oh, you have to do it.
I gotta watch
You
it.
have to.
I liked Power, but I didn't love it.
You know what, Power, and my man summed it up, my podcast partner summed it up, because he wasn't crazy about Power. And I didn't really see it like this till he said it. He goes, my problem with Power is it plays like a soap opera. And I go,
Yeah.
you know what? It does.
It does, yeah.
But it's a good soap opera.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I didn't get into, all the Power spinoffs.
Yeah.
Because I was like, listen, man, if the man of the house ain't home, Amari Hardwick, Ghost, I ain't doing it.
Right.
And once he was done, I ain't doing it.
I mean, look, Breaking Bad needs to be on that list.
Breaking Bad was good.
Breaking Bad was great.
No, it was good.
Great.
It was damn good. But nah, yo. If I were to replace something from my Mount Rushmore, I would take Power out for Snowfall.
Snowfall was great. Yeah, I love Snowfall.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it would be Sopranos,
Definitely
Ozark,
needs to be on there.
Snowfall, and Mayor of Kingstown.
Well, Lost needs to be on that list also.
I didn't watch Lost.
You didn't watch Lost? Phenomenal. Nah. Phenomenal. And the fact that it took like 9 years to tell the whole story, I thought was
It's an updated version of Gilligan's Island.
No, it's not. That's funny though. That's funny. Now you wouldn't go in like comedy shows, like for example, The Cosby Show?
Would I go on it?
No. I'm saying you wouldn't put that as one of the greatest TV shows ever?
Absolutely. Groundbreaking.
But you wouldn't put that in your top 4.
No, but we talking about dramatic, hardcore shows.
Okay,
I'm not talking about all TV shows.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Certain types of shows.
Yeah, certain types of shows.
Weren't you on A Different World?
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah. First time I did it with In Vogue. They were the guest stars.
Ooh, how did Dawn look in person?
Now, which one? I want to make sure I know. Dawn is the one that
The
was
lead singer.
Juice. She played Omar Epps' girlfriend.
I think so, yeah.
The crush I had on that bitch, boy, back then.
He used to have a crush on Dawn for En Vogue.
Ooh.
It's not the kind of diff would want to get with me, but just in case I got more condoms than TLC. Remember that line?
No.
Fife, Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just don't remember the line.
Yeah. Yeah, she was super bad.
Oh.
Yeah. So in person?
Dope.
Yeah?
Dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened? It was just like you were an extra, basically?
No, my
Did you have a
manager.
speaking line?
Well, my manager back then was Norm Nixon, who was Debbie Allen's husband, still is.
Okay.
And she was the showrunner, producer of Different World. So I'm my manager piping the showrunner. So I got on. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now, Bill Cosby wasn't involved in that, right? He was like the executive producer, I think, but he wasn't actually on the show.
No.
Yeah. No. Man, listen, that's a legendary show.
Yeah,
Different
it is.
World?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice little stripe there to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in that era of the 90s where it was like biblical black TV was Martin, Living Single, the Wayans brothers. Different World was before that, I think.
Yeah.
But during that time, Cosby's Different World, that was must-see TV for the black community.
Great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
Yeah.
Great characters.
And, bringing to light HBS, it was CUs or SUs? HBSU, CUs? Is that how you say it? For black colleges.
Historical.
Come on, black man, you know. HBCUs,
yeah.
come on, nigga.
Historically black college and universities.
Yeah, so, that was the first time that we had been exposed to that. That's why it's like, however much you want to, or however much Cosby may have diminished some of his own legacy, you still have to applaud him for what he's done.
Right. There was some news recently that basically said that Cosby admitted to buying Quaaludes to drug women.
Well, I thought we saw that in his deposition.
But I guess there's something new.
Oh.
Something new that came out. That he bought, he had 7 Quaalude prescriptions that he didn't take himself that he admitted to actually using for women.
He was a dirty motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to see it now because we all thought that Cosby was going to ride off into the sunset and be the greatest ever. And
I think when Eddie Murphy won the Mark Twain Award, he said, who would have thought that America's favorite dad would turn out to be who he was, and me, a guy who said in my special, I'm never getting married, would have 11 children.
We know something. I just met Nicole Murphy recently.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Really tall also.
Uh-huh.
She's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice lady.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Yeah. Nice lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met her at Johnny Gill. Had a party at his house, New Year's thing. And actually, Johnny actually invited me, my kids, to see New Edition on Saturday. It was New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton.
Was T.D. Jakes, Cedric the Entertainer, Bobby Brown there?
Bobby Brown was huge. Like, he don't look like Bobby Brown.
He went from every little step to very little steps.
Oh, his steps is leaving imprints now. Like,
that nigga got an oxygen mask between them songs.
yeah, you know what's crazy too is that, like, when you look at the whole crew of people, right?
Yeah.
New Edition looks pretty much the same, right?
Except Bobby.
Except for Bobby.
With the weight gain.
Ralph Tresvant had like
Ronnie
his shirt
DeVoe,
open and stuff like
Ronnie
that.
still looks like a number 2 pencil.
Yeah.
The slim, trim.
Yeah. Michael Bivins, about the
Yeah.
same. Johnny Gill, about the same.
Yeah. Little
maybe
chunkier, maybe
Yeah,
a
a couple
little bit.
pounds, but not like
Yeah.
Bobby.
Right.
Boys to Men. They look pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Tony Braxton looked pretty much the same.
Yeah.
She had a little skimpy little outfit on,
Yeah,
little underwear and
Yeah.
whatever. Legs look nice. But Bobby? But then again, if you really think about it, Bobby went through more than everyone else.
He did. He did.
Let's just keep it 100.
Yeah. And for the record, one of the coolest niggas on the planet.
I've never met him. Well, I briefly met him.
No, I got his number in my cell.
Oh, really?
One of the coolest things. I was doing a gig in Boston, and I guess he was also doing a gig in Boston, but we both had a connection in Dallas. So as we waiting to get on the plane to come to LA, we chopped it up for a little bit. Cool ass dude.
Yeah. You know, but if you look at overall trauma,
Oh yeah. To lose your daughter and your wife,
well, you don't just lose your wife, you lost Whitney Houston.
well, to him it was his wife, not Whitney Houston.
Yeah, but you lost an icon
that
that the
should
world.
have nothing to do with nothing.
It has something to do with
Why
it.
would that matter? If that's
Because
your,
because listen, someone loses their wife.
but
and
you're not
yeah,
supposed to see.
No. Listen, let me just finish. Listen, someone loses their wife, their friends and family are gonna be like, oh, yo, my condolences or whatever else. With him, the whole world knows. Everyone knows who Whitney Houston is. And he always has to see, you keep having to see the images of her
But when
over and over
when
again.
he goes to bed at night, he goes to bed with Nippy, not Whitney Houston. The
I get
world don't go to bed with Nippy. They go to bed with Whitney Houston.
Right.
So to him and to any relationship, your significant other should not be the persona. It should be the person.
I get it.
No, you don't.
All I'm saying is, it probably stings a little more because you have to keep seeing
I
her
don't think at
image
any
over and over
point
again.
While grieving,
People still are talking about
I don't
her.
think at any point while grieving who is supposed to be the love of your life, you go, God
Well,
damn,
but
I
they're-
lost,
no, man,
I lost the Grammy winner. I lost
they've been
the Soul
divorced
Train
by
Award
the time
winner.
she passed
I lost the
away.
bitch that was in The Bodyguard. No, he lost Nippy.
Right, but they were divorced for how many years
It
by
don't
time?
matter. It don't matter.
It matters a little bit.
Boy, that narcissism nigga, boy.
What, you mean to tell me that you're going to grieve the same over an ex versus the person who you're actually with every night?
No, but
It's
that's
not the same.
but
That's
that's
my
not what
point.
you're saying.
That's my point.
No, that's not what you
That was
said.
my point.
No, your point was Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Not the ex versus his current. That's not what you said.
I'm switching it up a little bit.
Of course you did.
Well, yeah, and then horribly you lose your daughter.
Right.
In almost the exact same
If anybody
fashion.
had a right to do drugs, it's him.
It's him, yeah.
If anybody had a right to get lost in the bottle, it's him.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is that something that could have ultimately really broken him, he got stronger and he survived it.
Yeah, he's still performing. I mean, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, yeah, you know, the dance moves aren't quite what they were.
Listen,
in
after
every little step.
after losing your wife and your daughter, you deserve to eat as many honey buns as you want. Nigga. Debbie Snack, cake it up, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, if you didn't know that was Bobby Brown, you wouldn't think that was Bobby
I'm
Brown.
telling you, when I first saw it, I went, TD Jakes is singing.
All right, last question before I let you go. One of my members, Bowtie B668, pointed out a video, an old TMZ video. I think this was during the Mad TV days, where you're in front of a club, you're trying to get in, and the bouncer told you that you're not famous enough to get in.
I'd have to see that.
You guys see it?
No.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Yeah. You know what it is. You come here to test your celebrity status. If you can't get in, you know you ain't famous enough yet. I don't know if they allow thousandaires in here. See? I ain't famous enough yet, dog. Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess the bouncer actually told you're not famous enough to get in.
You know, and it's funny because the moment I saw the background, that was the place that was next to Greenblatt's, which is next to the Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory, yeah.
And at one point in time, that spot was Paris Hilton, some of the biggest names. So yeah, I might not have been big enough at the time. Especially when, listen, I don't mean to make it a race thing, but the brothers tend to know the brothers. So a huge white guy, yeah, he might not have known me. Whereas a brother might have went, yo, nigga, ba-da-da-da-da. So, you know.
Listen, we've all been in situations where we're not famous enough to get in.
Yeah, of course.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all gotten turned away. We've all gone to the front and been told to go to the back of the line at certain points of our career.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You get humbled sometimes.
For me, it wasn't about humility because, you know, where I can't get in one spot, I can get in another spot.
Right.
So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. It is what it is. That's what it is. Aries Spears, another one in the can.
Come on, man. You know what it is. Spears
Go
and
ahead.
Steinberg pot. And you know, and I'm going to tell you why this is effective. Because there will be people that see these interviews that hit me up on Instagram and go, yo, let me get the podcast because I heard you mention it. So Spears and Steinberg available on all streaming platforms. Slide into my DMs on Instagram. I'll send you the links. Also, Spearsburg Pod, the YouTube channel. Hit like and subscribe, baby.
That's what it is. Till next time.
My man.
Peace.